After the project is completed, you may need to back it up. Or when working on a project, you may decide to transfer project to another computer and then continue working on another computer. So, if you copy the After Effects file that has .aep format, you will encounter problems. You will understand why if you open the copied file. As you can see, I used a PNG photo in this project and applied the drop shadow effect to it. In the middle of composition is a text layer with the robot font. This pre-compose also serves as a background for my project, on which I use the Gaussian blur effect. In fact, my project's background is an Illustrator file that I imported into After Effects as a composition, and then apply it the glow effect to some of its layer. I have also included a sound effect layer below. I want to render my project now, so I add it to Render Queue panel and set the Output to option to desktop. Now, I want to transfer my project with all its settings and footage to another computer or make a backup. So, I navigate to File menu and choose Collect File option from the Dependencies menu. Now, I must save the project. Then, in the Open That panel, I select the All option. I will explain the other options and the settings of this panel later. You can see in this folder that my project is collected, and you must transfer this folder to another computer. The PNG image and sound effect file are in the footage folder. The background pre-compose is sorted in the BG layer folder. As you can see, the Illustrator file is here. I can open and modify it. Another interesting thing I would like to show you is this text file. This file contains my project report, which shows you interesting information. As you can see, my project has two compositions as written for me. Comp 1 is my foreground pre-compose and BG is background pre-compose. Also, the address of original files and the effects that I use my project are written here. Fonts and style settings for text layer also mentioned here. Now, it's time to go over the Collect File panel settings and options. So, I go back to the Collect File panel. The Collect Source File menu contains several options. If you choose the All option, it gathers all the footage and files you would enter into the software via the project panel, even proxies and files that you didn't enter into the timeline. For All Comp option, gather all the footage and files from the all compositions for you. The selected comp option collects all the footage and composition files that have been selected. For the queued composition option, collects the footage and files that are directly or indirectly in any composition in the Render Queue panel that is in queue status. The None option will only copy the project to your new address. I always use All option. If you select the Generate Report only from the option below, it will not copy the footage for you and will only generate the same text that I showed you. The Reduce Project option avoids collecting unused file in composition and optimize the collect file. It will create a folder in the collection folder with the desired name for you to redirect the output module to render files. I can add a note to the report's text by clicking Comment. Very well. You can see my project's collected folder. The footage folder was correctly created. This render folder is the same one I used to change the output module address. The sentences I added to the comment section can be found at the end of the text file. Now, when I click on the After Effects file, it opens without any error. Now, I can render my project. As you can see, the Output to section is set to the render folder that I created. You can now safely back up your project. Now this is the end of this tutorial and I hope you enjoy it. At the end, don't forget to like this video.